Well, hello there, darling. Welcome. Oh, let's try that again. Well, hello there, darling. Welcome to Life in the Dollhouse, where you get to experience the fabulous life of Jayla. Me. How we feeling today, bitch? Because I'm feeling great. I'm feeling good. I look good as fuck right now. Dude, I hope you can't see, like, I don't know what you can see in the background. There's always something that I don't want to be seen on my nightstand. Bad bitches keep a bottle of hot sauce on their nightstand. You're not a bad bitch if you don't got a bottle of hot sauce on your nightstand. Everybody say what up to Squidward. New location unlocked and shit. Don't be fucking rude. I mean, he's waiting. This is my boyfriend, by the way. How we feeling? If you see my lace, you don't. No, you fucking don't, bitch. Prom was last weekend. Oh, I do need to make that episode too. I'll make the prom episode some different day, but I just did a shoot for Icon Institute, my fashion brand, and all of that fun stuff. I have one of my pieces right now. She's stunning. She's gorgeous, darling. She's gorgeous. And that's why we're sitting over here because I was like the way that this looks. And I didn't feel like moving in my bed. I am wishing I did because there's a reason I don't make videos in chairs because all my chairs squeak. So if you hear a squeak, act like you didn't. My memory card is gonna run out of space in any minute now. But I was like, let me just use the rest of it. Let me just use the rest of it. This should be a quick episode. Quick episode, my ass. I've already been rambling for like 3 minutes without even getting to the fucking topic. I know myself better than this. But anywho, what are you talking about? The topic today is it's stop trying. Stop fucking trying. Let's elaborate. Okay? Um, when you are a oh my god, this hair. A creative, an artist, all that fun shit, you're gonna make bad shit. And you should make bad shit. I'm here to encourage that right now because um what I've noticed, not all the time, but most of the time when I'm trying too hard to make something perfect or look really good, that's when it looks like trash or sounds like trash, whatever. But when I sit back and just do it like intuitively, I make my best shit. And I don't know who needs to hear this, but stop trying. I see this like, I think the best example of it is when I'm talking and in music. So, like this podcast, I talked about this in the second episode, I'm pretty sure, where when I was starting this podcast and filming the first few episodes, I was trying too hard to make it perfect. I had these notes, these long notes. I was literally scripting the whole video. That's like, it's not a bad thing, but I'm not a person that, I be talking about nonsense, but like it's fire rather than me reading off a screen. Like, I don't know, I don't like the vibes of that. I don't like the vibes. But anyway, I was scripting like these long ass scripts, and then when I forgot something in the script, I just like, it would like be the end of the world because I'm like, I forgot to put that in that video. Like, it has to go on that video. It can't go on any other episode. Like, girl, if you forgot something, just say it in the next episode. It's not that fucking serious. That, and I was being really fucking weird. You're weird. Why do you act like that? You're weird. I was being really fucking weird in the videos. Not my good weird. Not my good weird. My weird weird. Like, what are you doing? Like, I was watching it back and I was like, am I possessed? Am I tweaking the fuck out of my own drugs? It was weird. Like, when you're like being performative, and sometimes we do it without even noticing. Like, maybe you meet somebody new and obviously, you're not going to be yourself off the bat, but you might be a little strange. And like, I don't like when I'm like with a friend and then a different friend comes around and they start being a little weird. And like this is a good example. Like you start being a little weird because you have to adjust. You're trying to be perfect. You're trying to be a little different. You're trying to show off for this person, that thing, whatever. So you're obviously not gonna be yourself. You're gonna glitch. Your system's gonna glitch and it's gonna crash. That's what's gonna happen. Anyway, where the fuck was I going with this? Where was I? Oh yeah, I was talking about this podcast and me trying to be too perfect. And the point of this podcast was really for me to just be. I wanted a outlet of creativity where it was freeing and it was just my personality and just me. And I took that whole premise away by trying to be perfect and trying to make it perfect. I took the whole premise. I don't think that was the right word. Whatever. Ruined the whole purpose by trying to be perfect. Now when I've filmed these episodes, I don't mind if I pause. I don't mind if I'm staring into the lens for 30 seconds silently trying to think. I don't care if I'm like screaming into the mic. That's the point. It's supposed to that's like the fucking point. But what was the point I was trying to make right now? Dude, I'm not even here right now, dead ass. Dead ass. Dead ass. Okay. But yeah, the moment I started, it definitely took a couple of episodes. I had like 3 or 4 episodes I never posted and I deleted because they were too performative. It wasn't me. It wasn't Jayla speaking. I don't know who that was. I don't know who she was. But I didn't post them because they were just weird. They weren't me. And the moment I sat back and was like, it's okay to pause. It's okay to make a bad joke. It's okay to not know what the fuck you're saying. Just make the video, record the podcast. And that's when I started making good episodes that I loved to watch myself. If I can't even watch it back myself, that's a fucking problem. That's how you know that shit is ass. Okay? If I'm not even enjoying my own audio, like I can't stream my own podcast, that's when it's a fucking problem. So anyway, and with music, like I was saying, when I'm writing a verse and I'm sitting here, I'm like, yo, these fucking bars need to be like every single bar needs to be fire. And I'm, I'm trying to fucking look. I don't even know how to explain it. And I'm like acting like this is like the only verse I'll ever write ever in my career. And I'm like, no, I have to do it like this. I have to do it like that. I have to, this needs to be better. That needs to be better. I'm spending like 10 minutes on one bar because I'm trying to make it as intricate as it could possibly be. No, when I sit back, what I've been doing recently for like the past week or two, I've been like basically freestyling, not completely freestyling. But yeah, I've been freestyling. I'm not good at it yet. That's a I think being a rapper, like a lyricist, and then being a freestyle rapper is two different things. Like that's crazy. Th- this is crazy. People get freestyle like, whoa, whoa, I'm scared of you. I can give you like 4 good bars, freestyle off the dome. And then after that, I'm like, yeah, yeah. Like I don't know what to do. Like bitches who can go and go and go and go. Fucking, you're insane. But anyway, also, this is random, but I was thinking about this earlier. Like being a performer and being a musician is two different things. Just because you can sing don't mean you could perform. Just because you could perform don't mean you could sing or rap or whatever. It's they're seen as just like one big thing because like I mean you're expected to have that asset, but these hoes can't perform. Like it's being a performer is its own thing, and people don't realize that enough. But that was just a random fucking thought I had earlier, and it kind of fit in with what I was saying. But yeah, I've been doing this thing where I'm just like, I don't care if the bar is ass, write it down and build off of it. And I don't let myself think about the bar for more than 5 seconds. Literally, it has to just come out. So basically, I'm basically freestyling in like slow-mo. I like would put up the random word generator and freestyle as far as I could possibly go, and then I'd stop the beat and keep freestyling, but thinking of I was able to pause because freestyle you can't pause, you gotta keep going. It's like slow-mo freestyling. That's what it is. That's what I've been doing, and I've just been writing and writing and writing until I have like 3 minutes, like a whole song worth of just bars. And even if some of them were like complete ass, I end up writing some of my best shit somewhere during that time because I'm just going. I'm not sitting there trying to construct the perfect bar. I'm just going. And then suddenly I'm spitting all this ass shit. And then suddenly it's like, wait, that was fucking fire. Like you just wrote that? And I was watching, it was an Ed Sheeran video, I think, where he was talking about, yeah, it was Ed Sheeran. And he was talking about how before he blew up as a songwriter, he wrote really bad songs. And it was like this, it was a time limit. I forgot. It was some kind, it was like 6,000 hours, something. It wasn't that, but something like that. And it was like, you gotta write like this long amount of really bad music. Um, and then you'll start writing really good music after that because it's basically like you're getting all the just trash out of you so that your body like you have no other choice but to create good shit because you've just been creating this just trash. Like you got all of it out. And so he was like, I did that, writing these really bad songs, and then I blew up with Shape of You, wrote that, it was fire, whatever. Point is, you can't have good without the bad. And I do think that like that makes sense. I'm writing all these trash bars and then suddenly I just spit this fire and it's like, where did you come from, bitch? You don't fit in here. You don't fit in here. Like what the hell? Well, let me not say trash bars because bitch, I don't spit no trash. But you know what I'm saying? They're not my best work. And I feel like it's like the same little process. Like I spit out all the trash and so now like something good comes out because it's like, oh, I don't have anything else bad to give you. Let me like give you something fire right now. And so when I'm doing this, like I said, some of my best work comes out of just going and not really thinking too much. It's really thinking too much about it. That's the problem. The big problem is you're thinking too hard. And overthinking is never good in any situation. So why are you doing it to your art? Why are you hurting your art like that? Just, and I get it. Like if it's like really your job and you like really like need to make sure shit happens right. Girl, been there, fucking done that. Go watch my content creation as an artist episode. But you're just hurting yourself in your work by doing that. You're not gonna, not saying that good shit doesn't come from doing like overthinking and like getting everything down to a T, perfection, all that, because it definitely does. But at a certain point where you're just pushing and pushing and pushing and that wall is not fucking moving, step back to allow customers to exit when boarding. Anyway, step back and let the wall move itself. Let it move out the way. When you I don't know what I'm trying to say right now. Like Oobleck. You remember that shit from 2016? Where you would hit it. You hit that motherfucker and it would go hard and you can't go through it. But when you just lay your hand in it, it would sink down. See what I'm saying? I don't have a good metaphor right now, okay? I'm usually fire at this shit. But that is kind of fire, okay? Like, don't be trying to bang on something that's clearly not fucking moving. Sit back and just vibe. Just fucking vibe. And you'll be so surprised how, like, easy shit comes when you just relax. But yeah, I get it. Like, I can be a very super perfectionist in my work. Even like let's say a TikTok, for example. Like, I'm making a TikTok and I'm trying to be like cute or whatever. When I try too hard to be cute, you can see it in the video and it's trash. But when I'm just sitting back and I'm like, hey, and I'm like, my bitch is bad. Bitch, I said you bad. Like, it goes down to even thirst traps. It's that deep. Just chill. Just fucking chill out. Okay. And then I was listening to this Emma Chamberlain episode about art, and she was like, boredom is necessary for art. And it is. So you don't always have to be doing something. Sit down, stare at the wall. That's when your best spark is going to come, not when you're scrolling through Pinterest trying to find inspiration, not when you're searching for inspiration, when you just sit back and just be. Ding, that fucking idea is gonna come to you. You're searching for it, bitch is running away. It don't want to be found. It don't want to be found. When you sit back, it's gonna come to you. Boredom is very important. And I think she also did touch on how it's hard to be bored with all the stimulation we have. So like it's damaging to artists and creatives and just people in general. But like, you know what I mean? Because sometimes when I'm trying to think, I'm like, I'm just gonna sit here and try to think of like an idea. And then I go on Instagram and I'm scrolling. But you're not thinking of anything. My mind is being filled with all this other stimulation. But I'm like, I can think and do. No, you can't. You need to literally just be. Of course, it ran out of memory. Short episode, my fucking ass. That doesn't exist over here. But anyway, basically, you can have good without the bad. Like, you would never know what your good work looked like if you didn't make some trash. You should purposely make trash. I saw this podcast. I don't know even know what it was called, but they were like saying like they were purposely making bad music because what you think is bad might actually be good. Like you can train your mind to only know how to do things a certain way, but that's not the only way. And you'll find different techniques and different things that you love to do if you let yourself go out of your comfort zone and do something a little different than what you would usually do. It's very beneficial. You can't win without failing. It's just not. It's not. I'm sorry. You're going to fail. I think failing is beautiful. I think I really like to uh be completely like new in something. Like try something I never done before. Um and just go into it completely. Like when I first started sewing, I didn't know what I was doing, but I love that feeling of starting something new and not knowing what the fuck I'm doing. I love it because you get to just do whatever. And I'm not one to like look at tutorials and stuff. Unless it's like when it comes to editing, I do be looking at tutorials, but like even then, like unless I really just don't know what the fuck I'm looking at, then I'm just gonna like make it make sense. You know what I mean? Like when I first started sewing, like patterns and stuff, I didn't know what that was. And I was watching videos and people were like, oh, you need to hire a pattern maker. You need to buy patterns. And I was like, the fuck? Like it's that deep? So I was like, whatever. So I was literally just cutting pieces. I was basically making a pattern. I didn't know I was making a pattern. I didn't know what I was doing. I was like, this just makes sense. Like I was cutting I was measuring myself and cutting squares and shapes uh according to those measurements and doing it. I didn't know what a seam allowance was. I wasn't really doing stuff like that, but I was basically making a pattern without knowing that I was making a pattern. And now that I know what a fucking pattern is and how to really make one, I look back and I'm like, that's crazy. Because I was literally just doing what I thought made sense. And it was right. So I love to just go into something and just be completely like oblivious to what the hell I'm actually supposed to be doing and just do what I want to do, what makes sense, and having fun in that. Just whatever, because you don't have any like, what is it? What's the word? No, no. You don't have any premeditated. I don't even know if that's what I'm trying to say right now. I don't know. But you don't have any premeditated, like, rules on how to do it. You're not going to tell yourself you can't do it that way because that's not how we do it. It's not how we do it. You just have to do it. You have to do whatever you think is right. You can't tell yourself no because you don't even know. So who are you to say don't do that? So try something new. Go find it. Do pick up a new hobby that you've been wanting to do. And don't look into tutorials. Just fucking do it. Even if you make a mess. Even if it looks a mess. Even if it sounds a mess. Just do it. It's gonna be fun. And then one day you'll be like so good at it. And you'll look back and be like, what the hell was I doing? But it was fun. It was free. I don't know what I was doing, but it was free. So slay. I'm not saying don't aim for perfection. I'm not saying don't aim to make your work the best it could possibly be. I totally get that. I don't play. I'm pretty good with that. Like if my vision depends. Sometimes I'm like, this is not what I envisioned and I hate it and it's trash. But most of the time I can work with what the outcome was because I have lots of visions of things that I just don't have right now. Like or don't have um the resources for right now. So I'm imagining like this huge $1 million set photo shoot. Whole time I'm in my room with a green screen. And so I just make it happen. I do the best I can with what I have and I make it work. But sometimes I forget. It's not gonna look like that $1 million set with a green screen because you don't have that. I am super just go with the flow ass bitch. So when things are a little weird and crazy, like when I'm painting and I fuck up, I'm like, I say that's the art speaking for itself. I'm like, they want to look like that. That wants to look like that. That girl wants to look like that. She wants her eye to be running down her face, to be just smudged across the canvas. She wanted that. So then I work with it and I let it happen and I say, uh, this is fire. Because I let the art speak for itself. It's like Bob Ross when he's like, we don't make mistakes, it's a happy accident. Kind of. Um, I fucking love Bob Ross, dude. Oh my gosh. I love that guy. We should all be more like Bob Ross. The world would be a better place. But yes, I think that's it. That's all. I don't think I have anything else for you. I do always sit here for like a couple seconds just staring at the wall, thinking if I have any final notes. So let me do that. Be free. Be a kid. When there's a quote, it's my favorite quote like ever. I don't actually remember who it was by. Was it Albert Einstein? Girl, no. I think that's a different quote. He has a quote about creativity too. Or was it Van Gogh? Or was it none of those? It's probably neither of those people. But it's a quote. And it's something along the lines of every child is an artist, but the true challenge is staying an artist when you grow up. And that's real as fuck. When you're a kid, kids are so creative because they don't know, nor do they care. And they just do. They just got here. They don't know what the fuck's going on. They're just fucking vibing. And that's why I say, just do shit. They don't care if it looks like ass. It looks good to them. Feels good to them. Most kids don't care that they literally just made shit in a bowl. That's why kids are so good at like being creative and such good role models for that. They go outside and make a whole kingdom with a rock and a stick. Just free. They're free. Be like a child. Be like a child. That's why I say a lot that like all artists are very in touch with their inner child. That's very true. I mean, I'm still a child. I just turned 18. So, whatever. I don't think 18 should be the age of an adult, but who am I? I fear. Um, I am very in touch with my little baby, Jayla, running around here, a fucking hot ass mess. Little diva. I never lost her. I never lost her. That's why I'm so fucking cool now. Well, I did lose her for a little bit, but I got her back. I got her back. You might lose her. You might lose your little baby self, but she'll always come back. You gotta let her back in. You gotta let her back in. That's why I'm so fucking cool now. And I like a lot of the things I do. I'm obsessed with Hello Kitty because guess what? Look at my fucking baby pictures and what was always on my shirt. Hello Kitty. A lot of the stuff I'm obsessed with now, I was obsessed with when I was little. And a lot of things I do now, I did when I was little. I've always been very artistic and stuff. So, just be a child and have no responsibilities for a day and just be insane. That's my advice. But I think we're actually done now and we can wrap this bitch up. Have fun. Live a little. You know what I mean? And that's all I got for y'all today. Let's wrap this shit up. Stay iconic. Wow.